Okay, guys, Panzer J back in Operation Live and Let Die. We're up to turn number 15. So 15.1 for Germany, officially here. Um, Before I get into Germany's turn, there's quite a few things going on with Germany this turn. Just wanted to touch base a little bit and piggyback off of what Fighting Irish was talking about in his last video there for the U.S. KMT. So if you watched my Italian video, I had finished off a couple of fleet carriers, placed them over here in C-Zone 50. I had put 3 fighters on those 2 carriers. But I believe Fighting Irish, and I'm pretty sure he confirmed this, had put a carrier down earlier in the game and immediately placed either 1 or 2 planes on it. But Global War 36 enthusiast and some of you guys commenting pointed out that in this version of 36, you cannot place planes immediately on carriers like that. So because of that, I didn't want to go ahead and place the carriers at all. So, and that also kind of affected my entire buy. I had also purchased a destroyer, which I did not end up wanting to purchase because I didn't place the carriers. So it shuffled around my entire buy quite a bit. I purchased a couple colonial infantry that I put down in Cyrenaica. I also took away one of the fighter I had purchased, and I bought 3 subs instead that went down into C-Zone 50. So by not placing the carriers, it affected my overall buy. So just wanted to clarify that. And then before you guys maybe have any questions as to why I did not bother to scramble my planes and why I submerged all my subs in C-Zone 50 here, that naval engagement that Fighting Irish initiated there on the U.S. turn. My thinking with that was that without the carriers and the extra planes, it was going to be close if I could win that battle. As it turned out, Fighting Irish rolled really well, so I don't think I would have even scrambling the planes and using all 7 subs, because Global War 36 enthusiast had said that he would defend with his 2 Russian subs if I chose to defend with my subs. So I could have had as many as 7 subs plus the 3 German fighters. So I might have been able to win that battle. But the problem is that would have left me, I would have probably lost the fighters and really lost almost everything. So I would have barely had anything left. And then this British fleet here in C-Zone 80, the British obviously get to go before the Italians. So the British could have came in and just finished off what was left in Italy in that C-Zone 50. So I didn't want to lose the fighters. I've got plans for those German fighters. And I didn't want to just sacrifice the subs either in a losing battle, even if I would have survived the U.S. attack. So that was my thinking as far as basically sacrificing, the battleship and the heavy cruiser, but saving all my subs and the 3 German fighters. So now on to Germany here in 15-1. So we've got our 5 tech rolls. Don't really have a lot on the board right now. I got a couple of techs at stage 3, and then everything else isn't even at stage 1. So, and we're getting kind of late in the game, so I'm just going to pick a couple and see how it goes. So we're going to shoot for heavy armor, I guess, and I need an 8 for that. And we got a 9, so we succeeded there. We're going to go for jet fighters at an 8. And we got a 1, so we missed there. Then we're going to go for advanced subs, which are at stage 3, and that takes an 8. And we get a 7, so we missed that. We're going to go for radar, which isn't even at stage 1 yet. That's a 7. And we got a 5, so we missed that. And then our last one is going to be attack transports, which is stage 3, and I need an 8. And I got a 4, so 1 out of 5. So that figures. So we'll put Germany heavy armor there at stage 1, and that's it for the Germans there. So how wonderful for us with that stellar tech rolling. Okay, Germany has $76 to spend, and we're going to spend the full 76. So if you remember from last turn, I put down 8 light cruisers, and I have improved construction, so they're $3 a piece. So that's $24 to finish off those 8. Finish off a battleship for 4, that's 28. A sub for 5, that's 33. A strategic bomber for 12, that's 45. A medium armor for 6, that's 51. 2 paratroopers for 6, that's 57. A free infantry for Spain, so we're still at 57. $11 for a tactical to Lend-Lease to Italy, that's 68. And then starting construction on 2 aircraft carriers for 4 apiece, that brings me up to $76. So spending the full 76 there, and I'll go ahead and put these 2 carriers over here on the production chart on stage number 1 there. Okay, so now on to attacks, and we have 7 attacks actually this turn. So let's start over here in England. I've already broken up some of the planes just because they're going in a bunch of different directions. So we have first here in the British Midlands, I had a total of 14 fighters, 2 paratroopers, 6 air transports. So 2 of the air transports are going to come off of the Midlands, go 1, 2, and they're dropping a paratrooper off here in Northern Ireland and a paratrooper in Ireland itself. And then 4 of the fighters are breaking off and going into the Ireland battle. And then 3 fighters are breaking off and going into the Northern Ireland battle. And those are the 2 air transports off to the side there. I'm not going to go ahead and get a plane for these chips because they're all going to be flying back to the Midlands anyway. So I'm just going to leave them as just individual chips for now. So that's 2 battles. Then over here, 4 more of these fighters are going to fly off, go 1, 2, and attack this coastal defense ship from Denmark. The remaining 3 fighters are flying to Denmark, along with this mountain infantry coming up from West Germany, and 1 light armor, 1, 2 from Berlin. And so we're attacking Denmark itself. So those are going to be 4 of our attacks. Then we're going to take our 5 cavalry in northern Italy and go 1 over here to Yugoslavia and attack that U.S. infantry there. Then our tactical bomber is going to get an easy kill and just come over here and kill off that U.S. transport. And then the 3 German fighters in northern Italy, 1, 2, and they're going to attack that U.S. infantry in Albania. So that's 3. That's a total of 7 attacks. So let's go ahead and roll these. And I know I was trying to put everything on the battle board, but there's a lot of moving parts here. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll for just right here on the map. Most of this stuff should be fairly easy as far as the attacks and whatnot. So let's go ahead and start over here in Ireland. So I have 4 fighters and 1 paratrooper against 2 militia. So the 4 fighters are going to be attacking at 6s. And we got 8, 5, 2, and 12. So we got 2 hits. So we kill off the 2 militia. And the 2 militia in return, 1 or a 2. And we got a 7 and a 12. So Ireland falls to that German Fallschirmjäger. So we'll put him in Ireland. So that's up $1 for Germany. Then this battle over here in Northern Ireland, you got 3 fighters and a paratrooper against a militia. So let's go ahead and roll for 3 German fighters at 6s. And we got an 8, 12, and a 5. So we got 1 hit. That's all we needed. So now the militia in return at a 1 or a 2 rolls a 10. So he did not succeed. So take him off. And that's another. Now that's not worth any money, but it's just another home territory for the British in my control, plus also there's another major naval facility that I've now acquired from the British. Okay, so those 2 attacks, we'll go ahead and move these planes. Oh, never mind, we can't move those yet, so scratch that. Okay, now on to this battle. We've got 4 fighters going against this coastal defense ship. So that's going to defend at a 6, as well as my fighters attacking at a 6. So we've got 4 planes, and we got a 2, 3, 4, and an 8. So we hit him 3 times over. Now he gets 1 shot at a 6. He got a 2. I definitely didn't want to sacrifice a plane, but oh well. So we'll take off our plane, and the coastal defense ship is destroyed. Now into Denmark, we've got 3 German fighters at 6, a light armor at 4, and a mountain infantry at a 2 against 2 militia. So first, the 3 fighters at 6, and we got a 4, a 2, and a 7. So we got our 2 hits. So the 2 militia can hit on a 1 or a 2, and a 1 and a 3, so they did get 1 hit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and take the light armor as the casualty. So Denmark has fallen, and that's up another $1 for Germany. So that's $2 altogether that we gain. Now, down here in this mountain territory in Yugoslavia, so I've got 5 cavalry. So they normally attack at a 3, but because of the mountain, they're only going to attack at a 2. So I got 5 2s against his 1 infantry at a 4. So let's go ahead and roll our 5 2s. And we got a 1, 2, 4, 6, and a 9. So we hit him a couple times over. So now he's going to get 1 shot at a 4 or less and get an 8. So he is destroyed. So we'll take that off the board. So that's up $3 for Germany. So that's up to $5 altogether. Then we'll do this battle down here. It's a U.S. infantry against 3 German fighters in Albania. So we've got our 3 fighters at 6s. And we got 2 4s and a 3, so we hit him. Now this is the biggie. He gets a 4 or less. And luckily, he got a 9, so he does not take a plane. Now, I don't actually take that territory because I don't have any ground units that can take it, but at least I eliminate that U.S. infantry. And then down here, obviously, the tactical just takes out the transport. So that's it for my 7 battles. So altogether, Germany went up $5. And the U.S. went down 3. The other 2 territories I took were not owned by a major power. So Germany up 5 altogether, so they're up to 59. And then the U.S. lost 3, so let's move them down to 71. So that should be it for combat. And now on to non-combat. So let's go ahead and move the planes back. So the fighters from Ireland, Northern Ireland, Denmark, and Sea Zone 13 all fly back to the British Midlands. Okay. Then we've got 4 air transports that we didn't use. So they're going to fly 1, 2, 3 and pick up these 4 German infantry in West Germany and drop them off in the British Midlands. So I'll go ahead and take this guy off and make him a chip and put all 4 of these infantry here on this stack there. And then the 2 air transports that came over to Ireland and Northern Ireland, let's land those back in the British Midlands as well. Then this medium armor here in Northern England is going to come down 1 to the Midlands. This German infantry in Rome is going to move up, or excuse me, in Berlin is going to move up 1 to West Germany. We are going to go ahead and fly the 3 German fighters that went a total of 1-2. They're going to fly back to northern Italy. The tactical went 1. That's going to fly back to northern Italy. And then we are going to strategically rail a few units. So I've already broken them up a little bit. So first we're going to strategically rail a cavalry from Warsaw down to Rome. So it's kind of getting a little crowded there. And then we've got 3 medium armor that we're railing from Warsaw to northern Italy. So that should be it for non-combat, I believe. I don't think anything else is moving. So that should do it for non-combat. Now for unit placement. So we've got our tactical bomber that we lend-leased to the Italians. So that will go to northern Italy. Then our sub that we bought is going to be placed over here in C-Zone 151. Oh, well, actually, never mind. I can't do that because I just took that back this turn. So scratch that. So I guess we will have to place the sub up here in C-Zone 13. I guess that's where that sub will have to go. Then we've got our battleship, which we're placing down here in C-Zone 15. And we've got our 8 light cruisers. They're all being placed there as well. And I have 2 major shipyards there, so they can produce 10 units. That's 9 total for them. Then our 1 free infantry, of course, goes to Berlin. We've got 2 paratroopers that we're placing in West Germany. So that's a total of 4 there in West Germany now. Also, our strategic bomber we're placing in West Germany. And then finally, our medium armor is going to go up in northern England. So that should be it for unit placement. And now on to our collect income phase for the Germans. So we are at $59 worth of territory. And then we have just a $3 bonus right now. So that's up to $62. And then our wartime economy roll, so 62 plus 7, so $69. So there's 65 and 9. So $69 Germany will have for next turn. So that should finish off the Germans here on turn number 15. I'm going to be turning things over to Global War 36 Enthusiast for 15.2 and the common turn.